Rashid Shaheed. With the seam, Shaheed breaks through. Still going. A flag flies. Shaheed's going to take it all the way. Let's see if it stands.
Last night, I went to bed. I woke up, and I'm pretty sure Seattle scored another touchdown. We're going to talk about that and more next on Good Sports. Holy cow. What a weekend we've just had in football. I have been suffering through injury after injury, but yesterday the San Francisco 49ers were taken out back by the woodshed and were spanked severely. It was a rough game. I said all week, the one thing the 49ers can't do, same thing with the Eagles, you cannot start behind a good defense on the road because now they're playing almost with house money. They know you're only going to score 17 points maybe.
Yeah.
Luckily now the 49ers only got 6.
Yeah.
And within 13 seconds, we're down 7.
Yeah.
49ers come back and we start driving, and then we have a 4th and 2 play. We complete it, but then they called a late timeout that somehow they were able to get off. And so now we have to redo the play. And Kyle Shanahan, smart coach, I think he drew up with the dumbest play I've ever seen where they gave it to Juszczyk. We don't block well.
Yeah.
So we decide we're going to give it to Juszczyk.
That play was so
And then he's going to
stupid.
pitch it, and now we're going to have less blockers against a fast defense. So we had the play we wanted, and we completed. I don't know how they got the play the timeout off, but they did. And now we come back with a stupid second play. So then they come down and score. The 49ers get the ball. We start driving again. We actually, even though the defense, it looked horrible, we drove again.
Yeah.
Throw the ball. We're at midfield. And what do? Tunges, our backup tight end, catches it. First down.
Yeah.
Falls down. Fumble.
What's crazy is I don't even think that's the quickest.
It's 17-0.
Yeah.
We had set, and then we drove again. And then we scored on the 4th possession.
Yeah.
So we kept driving, and I look halfway through the second quarter, we're down. And they show yards exactly even.
Yeah.
First downs exactly even. Time of possession exactly even. Score not even.
Not even close.
We were just getting blasted.
Yeah.
And so at that point, then you're going to start having to gamble. You're gambling defensively. So we start doing blitzes, which we normally don't do, like all-in blitzes. They're getting first downs. Matthew Stafford, Darnold threw for 120? I don't know what he threw for.
Yeah.
And killed us. It was so bad.
I'll say this.
Spanked us.
As an Eagles fan watching,
Yeah.
I felt really good about our draft position.
I know. I was on, normally I wait until after the 49ers get knocked out. I usually wait until the next day before I start looking about the draft. Mm-hmm. This game was so bad at halftime. I spent halftime looking, okay, are we going to draft 26th or 27th? At halftime. The game was over. There's no way we're going to score 24 points.
Yeah.
No. Anyway, Seattle, I give them credit. They, we played against them. We went there and they beat us. Bad.
What's crazy?
Bad.
What's very much crazy is going into the first game, Broncos versus the Bills.
Oh, man.
I think if everyone around the league said, who is your most likely candidate to win the Super Bowl this year? I don't know where Seattle landed on that, but I don't think it was probably the highest.
Yeah.
It probably was Bills.
Rams
probably were mixed in there.
and
Maybe Bears.
Yeah.
But leaving that game,
Oh gosh.
I have a hard time believing that Seattle's not going to be in the Super Bowl. And I'm having a hard time believing they're not going to win the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
Let's say they get to the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
They're going to be playing either the Patriots, who have little to no experience
Right.
on a very young team, okay, or they're going to be playing the Broncos, who
No quarterback.
have no quarterback.
Yeah, it's going to be the Patriots.
Like, I feel really good
Yeah.
about the Seahawks making the Super Bowl and winning the Super Bowl right now.
Oh, yeah. I think right now they're the heavy favorite because the Rams, as we'll talk about a little bit later, squeak out a win. And I know it's different because it's in Chicago. It's 10 degrees. It's freezing, and it'll be different in Seattle.
Yeah.
They've got the real deal offense, but their defense is pretty suspect. Seattle's defense is legit. I think we can talk about this later, but the Rams will have a chance. But all I can say is the Seattle defense, all three phases. I think of the 49ers with the roster that we had today.
Yeah.
All we had that was really healthy was Tunges, who's a backup, and then McCaffrey. Both those guys got hurt in the game. I think if we went in and replayed them 10 times, I think the 49ers would win one, maybe two of those 10 games with that roster. I mean, the better team won. They deserve it. It doesn't matter our injuries. You're there,
Yeah.
and they deserve it. And we just got to give them props.
This is a loaded question
Yeah,
because we don't have any business talking about this right now.
yeah.
But if you had to say going in the offseason, what's the number one hole you guys got to fill? What is this? And I don't want to hear 13 different holes because there is. But what's the one? What's the one that you're like, we have to figure this out?
If I'm the 49ers, I work on our pass rush. It's the number one thing I would do.
That's multiple positions. Say one.
Edge.
Okay, thank you. Jeez, Christmas.
Well, pass rush is mostly people consider that edge.
It's a defensive end. Could be an outside linebacker.
Yeah, but typically it's edge. I mean, typically the leading sack leaders are edge guys.
I gotta move your mic one second.
But I mean, our offense. If you're to say what area you need to improve the most, it's by far our offensive line. By far. But when you're playing professionals and you're not ever touching a quarterback, you're not even touching them. That's a problem.
Yeah.
Now we'll have Bosa back. We'll have Mykel Williams back. And if we can get a true edge rusher.
Hey. You did pick up that contract from the Eagles on our number one boy, Josh Huff.
Listen, Huff.
Bryce Huff. Sorry, I forget. I get mixed up between the Oregon dropout.
You can mock Bryce all you want. He's our number one edge rusher. I don't think in the last 12 games he got a sack. But he's our number one.
I just forever it will be my favorite moment. My favorite moment in my life was week 16. Not Troy Aikman. Yeah, it's Troy Aikman. He's on the announcement. He's like, yeah, right now, John, what we really need to see is that, on the 49ers defense, their stud out there at linebacker, Bryce Huff. He's been the man for them this year. And I'm dying laughing because he couldn't even make our practice squad.
So there's certain things that people fill in, and it's their role. So he, in his role, is really good. Okay, I would say a Draymond Green. I'm not trying to compare him to Draymond Green, but in the role that Draymond has is great. On a different team, Draymond Green wouldn't be nearly as effective.
Yeah.
And so when he is a specialist only on third downs, when he has to play all three downs, he's not nearly as good. And when you have Mykel inside rushing and you have Bosa outside rushing, and then you have Huff, then it's different. Now you don't have people double teaming Bosa and they're playing it straight up, and he's not good enough to be the number one.
Yeah.
He's a good 3, not a number 1.
Yeah.
So anyway, I think the 49ers have they're bad at receivers, but I would not worry. I would worry about the offensive line and the edge, because even if you have mediocre receivers, Purdy, I think, is good enough to be able to get. He just needs time. Did you see at the end of the third quarter? He had the most yards running away from defenders in the last 10 years in the third quarter. Just running from him. Not positive yards, just trying to escape. And that's at the end of the third quarter. It's just a nightmare. Kyle needs to actually get offensive linemen. They got a whole thing. We can talk about this going up, but the 49ers need some help in a few areas. We're not losing a lot of players. We'll lose Jennings. Tunges is interesting. He's a restricted free agent. But our good players are back. So that's good.
I'll say this. With the tight end play that I saw this year, don't be surprised if Tungus is someone at least tries to come after him.
Oh, yeah, I know, because he's got great hands. He can't block. And then we have Farrell. Oh, gosh. I would not have left. I would have said, Farrell, you need to figure out how to get back to San Francisco. You're not getting on a plane. I'm sorry. I don't care. That was the worst attempt. Now, I know we're down 14 touchdowns maybe by this point, but we throw the ball 10 yards, and Farrell's there, and the defender's behind him, Jones or whatever, and Jones just goes, huh, and then just takes it. And Farrell goes, ooh. It was the wimpiest, worst. If it was 7th grade co-ed football, I would bench that player. It's the NFC Championship game, and we can't make any mistakes. And that was the wussiest, most horrible attempt. Anyway, that was just bad.
Can I say something that's maybe a little bit outlandish?
Bench him.
That I think Seattle is going to absolutely hate.
What's that?
I think Zach Charbonnet getting hurt was actually better for Seattle.
Walker looked good.
Listen, he was always good.
Yeah.
But now they have him splitting shares or snaps. Listen, this is the thing about Kenneth Walker. He is a threat in the receiving game, and he's a great running back out of the backfield.
Yeah.
Zach Charbonnet is more of just a backfield guy.
Yeah. How bad is he hurt? Did you hear?
I don't know.
Yeah,
I could look at it.
I don't know how. I hope he's not hurt too bad. I will tell you this. If Seattle doesn't turn the ball over and JSN has about 100-yard receiving day, there's nobody that's going to be within 10 points of them.
Yeah.
There's
that
nobody.
Defense is insane. I was looking at I was talking to my dad, and I was like, you know what? I'm just going to look at their depth chart real quick. And I'm like, they got backups.
Oh, yeah.
But
they are there.
Would have been studs for your team.
They're healthy.
Yeah.
I don't know how
you know Boye Mafe?
Yeah.
Who's a stud.
He's a free agent, but yeah.
Yeah, he also isn't even starting on their team.
Yeah, wow. Yeah, so they have Woolen and is it Mafe, right?
Yeah.
They're both
Who?
Is it Mafe?
Yeah, but who's the person you said before that?
Woolen, their other cornerback.
Oh, Tyreek Woolen. Yeah. Yeah, but he hasn't started either. You know that?
So that's their big free agents that I see.
Yeah.
So the thing is, all 3 phases they fly. They fly. And I don't understand how you guys stay healthy. Yeah. Like, it's foreign to a San Francisco 49er fan. Like, your 2 Super Bowls and this year, you guys had 21 of 22 starters still healthy. Seattle's healthy. How do you do it? Like, how do you stay healthy? Because, somebody needs to show the 49ers how to do it. Because I don't care what they say. There is something to that plant. Yeah, across the street. And it just came out. The old 49er, Delonte, what's his name? The tight end. Walker or whatever, and then he went to Tennessee. Delaney Walker. He went to Tennessee. Back then when they just moved, they said they were concerned about it, and they tried to put some stuff up about it, but nobody really said anything. So he thinks there is something to it. I don't know. The whole thing, it's like, all I know is we are always hurt.
Yeah, I mean, okay, let me tell you something, though.
I believe it. Either that or there's a curse.
Yeah, but I think Kyle Shanahan has a lot to do with it in general.
Our legs are falling off just walking down the street. They just fall.
But Kyle sees a guy that's got a broken back, and he's like, I'm going to play him harder.
Yes, that's true.
Like, Lane Johnson set out a lot of games this year.
Yeah.
And he could have played in every single one of them.
Yeah.
But we didn't.
No.
Because we don't want him to get hurt. Even worse.
I think that's some of it. I do think that. I mean, the way he played McCaffrey just absolutely ran him into the ground. So there's truth to that. But, I mean, we're losing. Like, Bosa wouldn't be played any more than anybody else. Warner's situation, I think, was more of a football play. So I wouldn't blame that on something. But every year, you're way worse than everybody else. Everybody else.
Yeah.
Like, I'm telling you, there's a curse or it's the proximity to the plant. Yeah. So, I don't know.
All right.
Anyway.
Moving on.
Okay, so we had another game. I would say the last game that just ended, we should talk about that.
Let's just keep in the NFC, yeah.
Yeah, keep in the NFC. Okay, so obviously Seattle's going to be there, and they're going to be facing now the Rams because they just won. Caleb Williams, I tell you, on the opposite side of the curse, he has the luck of the Irish on him
Mm-hmm.
because at the very end of games, yes, he's had some clutch plays. He has had some moments. He goes 3.5 quarters and misses passes that high school football players can make. I mean, wide open people.
Yeah.
And then he does do well right at the end. But the last play of regulation,
Yep.
he goes back and he just throws it up in the air. And I don't know, it's Durant. I think the defender just kind of falls off of the receiver and he's wide open, makes a spectacular last second play.
Yep.
They go crazy. And then Caleb finally, I don't know if one of his angels finally took a nap at the end of the game or whatever, but he has an interception. The Rams come back, get the field goal. They're going. What do you think of the Rams going forward? Where are they at? What do you think their odds are? Because now you got the Rams going into Seattle.
Yeah.
I think it's an interesting matchup.
I mean, this is the thing is,
It's strength versus strength.
I mean, I'm just gonna put out there that I don't think. I don't know. I'm just spitballing here. I mean, I'm picking Seattle to win, but I wouldn't count out the Rams.
I wouldn't either.
The only reason I say that though is because Matthew Stafford has the experience. That's it.
Yeah.
That's all I got.
I will say this. I'm big time rooting for Darnold. I really like Darnold.
Yeah.
I'm not saying I'm rooting for Darnold because I think he's the top quarterback around. I just like him. I like what he stood for, and I'd like to see him succeed. But what I also love watching in football is kind of the opposite of what we just had, is we had like somebody's weakness versus somebody's strength, or that type of thing. Their weakness is, or their strength, the Rams' strength is going to be passing the ball. Puka.
Yeah.
And Seattle's pass defense is impressive.
Yeah.
So who's going to win that matchup? That's going to be very interesting. And I think Darnold will do better because the cornerbacks are worse. The 49ers actually have pretty good cornerbacks.
Yeah, what was the deal with Green? What was going on there?
I don't know. I haven't seen
They
anything.
pulled him out of the game.
They pulled him out, and I don't know when he went back in or what happened there. But the 49ers have Green, we have Lenore, and we have Stout. We have 3 good corners.
Do you think Kyle Shanahan had the over and under?
If he did, he had plenty of under. You could have went Seattle 30 points and you'd been fine. There's no problem. There's no problem. You know what? We not only lost by 450 points, that is with the help of the 49ers setting a franchise record in long distant field goal of 56-yard playoff history.
That's pretty good.
We had the longest ever to get to 6.
Wow.
Impressively terrible. So I'm looking forward to this matchup. I think Seattle's going to win. I think they're just more of a balanced team. But the Rams Puka could have a big game. But I would be stupid to go against Seattle after what they just did to the 49ers.
Yeah.
They just absolutely spanked us. It was terrible. Let's go to the AFC.
No, listen, I'm telling you, I felt good about my draft slot.
Yeah.
For sure. I thought,
Yeah.
early 20s ain't bad.
Yeah, we lost 5 spots. George Kittle for the year and maybe never be the same for one meaningless playoff win.
Yes, that is correct.
Not worth the trade. Bad trade. Bad trade. All right, AFC, the Denver Broncos.
Yep.
Who had them at the beginning of the season in the AFC Championship game?
Not I, said the fly.
No, I mean, it is impressive
But
what they've done.
I will say, we were doing this podcast when Sean Payton got hired there.
Mm-hmm.
And I said multiple times, he's worth every penny. I think Sean Payton is one of the greatest coaches of all time. Not maybe top 10, but he's getting there. Okay, he's putting a pretty good resume together.
Yep.
Okay, and I think that football team just speaks to who Sean Payton is.
Yep.
I mean, look at their team. Does it feel bad for you that like both Greenlaw and Hufanga have been perfectly healthy this year? Is that hard for you to watch?
And they left the plant. They're not by the plant. I'm telling you, there's something to the plant.
That's gotta hurt, right?
Yes. Anyway, yes, it is hard to watch. And Hufunga's just laying the wood on people too. I said at the beginning of the season, that don't be surprised if the Broncos win the division and the Chiefs don't make the playoffs.
Mm.
Now, I wasn't the only person that said that, but I said that could possibly happen. I did not think Denver would be in the AFC Championship. I didn't think that.
Yeah.
But it's really impressive. You know, there was a huge controversial play with the Bills, and that there was a reception that ended up being an interception, and it was a brutal play. And that was a potentially game-deciding type of thing. You know, where do you think – I felt bad seeing Josh Allen in tears after the game. 4 turnovers. That's rough.
Yeah.
2 interceptions, 2 fumbles. The one interception, though, could have been a completion, so it was a really bang play. What do you think this says about Josh Allen going forward? Because super talented, but he struggled in the big games. This was his chance.
Listen, this is what's really hard for me, is I like Josh as a person.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
What's really hard for me is I don't think Trevor Lawrence and I would ever have a good joke together. You know? It's easy for me to be all right with putting him in the category of absolute loser.
Yeah.
Okay.
Sure.
And, you know, Justin Herbert, we both share amazing hair flow. But, you know, I don't think that we would probably get along too well at dinner.
Yeah.
You know?
Not with what you've said about him.
Yeah, probably not.
Yeah.
So it's all right for me to be, you know, taking Justin out back and letting him stay out there in the woodshed.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Where I'm going to struggle with Josh.
Yeah.
It seems like an all-around good day.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
Man. But I think he has officially been put on the board of quarterbacks that if they don't perform in the next year, I'm calling them washed for the rest of the time.
Wow. Washed?
No. And
You just can't win the big one.
I'm just going to put not ever going to win a Super Bowl.
Yeah. I mean,
Listen. Trevor Lawrence and Justin Herbert were on that list last year.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
And Trevor, never going to win a Super Bowl.
Yeah. No.
I'm giving Justin another shot only because Cameron asked nicely. Okay.
I'm not.
So Justin's getting another shot.
His coach.
Justin's getting another shot. But next year, it's not going to be Trevor and Justin. It's going to be Justin and Josh.
Josh. Yeah. I mean,
I got no faith.
You go into the playoffs. Okay. So you have no Justin, no Trevor.
Yep.
You have no Lamar.
Yep.
You have no Mahomes. You have to battle against Bo Nix to go potentially to the Super Bowl.
Yep.
You have to Drake May. Now he's had a good year, but Drake May, a second-year quarterback. This was the best window. That's why I think he was in tears. He knew he might never have a better clean shot.
He would be an idiot if he didn't know that was his.
This was his moment.
That was his moment.
And as good as you can be great for 4 years in a row, but you might only have one real clear path.
Yeah.
This was it, and they blew it.
Yeah.
They blew it. I mean, that was just terrible. And they're going against and then the other thing from a fan standpoint that sucks is you have Denver win, so you have Josh Allen, and the excitement of watching Josh Allen can be electric.
Yeah.
So he's not in, Denver's in, and their quarterback is out.
Yeah.
What a devastating. I feel terrible. Bo Nix, same thing.
Listen,
he might never be back there again.
I'm going to keep it a buck with you, Randy.
What's that?
If I'm Bo Nix,
yeah.
cut it off.
Just
cut it off.
Yeah.
Cut it off.
Wow.
Stop being a wuss. Cut it off.
He broke his foot.
I don't care. Cut it off.
That is so terrible. Just put yourself in the place that you're Bo
Do you
Nix.
think Rodney Lott wouldn't cut it off?
No, he would.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Cut it off.
Yeah, I just I feel so bad for Bo Nix and Broncos fans because I think he's a decent quarterback. I think he has moments. I'm not sold on Bo Nix. Some people are sold on him. I'm not sold on Bo Nix.
I'm not a Bo Nix lover.
I don't think Denver.
But this was his chance.
I don't think Denver's going to be back. I know they have a good coach and they have a good defense, and them and the Houston Texans were right there top at getting to the quarterback. But I could see Denver not getting back to the Super Bowl again. And this was his moment, and he broke his foot. It's a devastating, terrible, terrible, terrible thing.
Listen,
Terrible.
I mean, was it really from that play, though, in the game?
I don't know.
Like, it could have been a locker room issue.
Yeah. Can you imagine if it was celebrating? They don't want to say anything.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
It totally could be.
Could have been a little celebration, but that's terrible. And then you have the young, spry team from New England
The Patriots.
getting
It's too
a
early, man.
big win.
home.
Can you believe that they got the win
I don't wanna see them
against
yet.
Houston? You know, CJ Stroud's there's people are still holding on that he is great. I don't understand it. They make their decisions and people can't. I like CJ Stroud the person, but he's not performed as a quarterback. Since
Yeah, I mean, the only way I can give him a little bit of a break is, I know it's going to sound crazy. It is a little bit crazy. But I truly feel like they had, him and Tank Dell have a relationship that's very special.
Yeah.
And I think part of him isn't going to play to the same level without Tank Dell out there.
Right.
And I know that sounds crazy, but that's just how I feel.
Yeah.
And I think that's how CJ feels. I think CJ loves Tank.
Yeah. Well, you saw it all over his face last year when he got hurt.
Oh, yeah.
Um,
He was an emotional wreck.
and it was at the end of the season, which is terrible.
Yeah.
And he did it dirty. I mean, it was bad.
Yeah.
It was bad. So Drake May, congratulations to them. They
Drake may just make the playoffs.
Drake the Super Bowl.
Oh, the Super Bowl, too.
Yeah. They're in the playoffs.
Yeah.
So yeah,
You know his nickname's Drake May?
Drake.
Drake May.
Why do they say somebody
doesn't
stutter
know.
or something?
He doesn't know.
Okay,
Yeah.
that's all right. I had a
Drake May.
person that I coached in basketball, and they were called KK, but their initials weren't KK. So not sure how we got KK, but anyway. But
Not sure how we got here.
So I mean, I think it's a clear New England Patriots are going to the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
I would be surprised if a backup that hasn't thrown a pass since 2023 is going to lead their team. Now, I know they're led by their defense, but that would be stunning.
Yeah.
You would need the Nick Foles, the Hostetler. There's just a few quarterbacks that have come in backup roles and done well, but it's unlikely. I think it's New England, and I'm going to go Seattle. And I'm saying right now, I think Seattle's going to win the Super Bowl. I think they are sitting good. What do you think?
I mean, I don't know if Seattle makes it to the Super Bowl. If they beat the Rams,
Yeah.
which I think is going to happen. I do believe
Yeah.
that they're going to beat the Rams. Now,
Yeah.
I'm just saying if they do. Denver and New England, there's just no way they can hold their own against Seattle.
No, because
New England doesn't have the offense to score on Seattle.
No, that defense. And the teams that they actually played to get here were not very good.
No.
They played not just in. There's two different. There's an easy schedule that's predicted before the season, but then teams are different. And then there's actually this year how the teams were. And New England this year with how the teams were they had the easiest schedule.
Yeah.
It's not taking anything away that you can only play who you're supposed to play, but nobody's seen Seattle. Seattle is awesome at getting the quarterback with just 4. Their linebackers fly around, and their cornerbacks and their back end is the best.
Yeah.
So yeah, they're legit. They are. I don't know. Listen, I'm going to tell you, I was so impressed with Seattle's defense. I woke up this morning sore. I actually absorbed injuries just watching the game. I
That's
was emotionally
fantastic.
hurt, physically hurt. Fortunately, I wasn't financially hurt.
Yeah, that's good.
But I could have been.
Yeah.
If I was a betting man, I would have bet a lot, and glad I didn't.
Yeah.
So congratulations to them going forward.
You know what my Meemaw used to always say?
What's that?
I don't know. I don't have a Meemaw.
Well, I guess that's 2 of us that don't know what your Mima said. All right, I have a question. If the voting's already in,
Yeah.
but let's say the voting was not in,
Yeah.
and you had a vote right now,
Yeah.
who is your MVP? Who's your coach of the year? Right now. Because I'm going to tell you my MVP as of right now would be Drake May. I would put him over Stafford.
I mean, he's just statistically speaking, he's done everything right.
Yes,
And brass tacks win football games.
and
He's done everything
and
right.
he's won with less offensive talent than what and coaching
Than what Stafford has.
I mean, not that
Yeah, man. I mean, it'd be hard to argue it.
that's what
It's
I would
hard
do.
to argue it.
That's what I would do.
He has a head coach.
I haven't been impressed with Stafford in as much in the playoffs either. The last game of the season,
I mean, there was a game he had like four turnovers,
yeah.
and they were like bad.
Now, I know he's had some good padded stats early on. I mean, he earned the stats, but I'm just saying that's what I would do. But who would you have? Your vote right now, it's in.
I'm taking Drake May.
So we'd both do Drake May.
Yeah.
Who would be your coach of the year? I would do Shanahan. Now, I know I'm biased with the 49ers, but I would do because where they got with all the injuries.
Yeah, but I don't think you can. I think you got to go Vrabel. The reason why I say you think you got to go Vrabel is because it's the biggest swing, right? They went from what,
They did.
3-12 to 12-4.
I think Vrabel or Ben Johnson are good candidates.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I think the swing. I think they had the biggest swing in wins.
But if you consider where they're at now, I mean, Vrabel is in the AFC Championship game right now.
Yeah.
So we're talking about voting now, and Shanahan did coach a team that got 6 points and got blasted. So I don't care how injured they are. You know, they are the 49ers.
no,
are
I
lucky
can
there's
see
only
where you're
4
making the
quarters.
argument. You're saying it's the worst team to go as far as they did.
Yeah. But I see Vrabel. I see Vrabel. I
yeah.
mean, they went, they got themselves. What I liked about what they did in the offseason and why I did like them coming out was they said, we're going to work on our line. We have a young quarterback and we're going to protect him. We're going to take with the number 1 pick. They took Campbell out of LSU
Yeah.
and they worked on their line. They got a receiver. They kind of just balanced some things out, and then they got the coach. They got a good, steady coach, and I think they did all the right things. I didn't think they'd be in the AFC Championship game either,
Yeah.
but I did think they were going to have the biggest switch,
Yeah.
and they did, but they exceeded it. So easily could be coach of the year.
Yeah.
Easily.
I think what's really cool is I'm getting really ahead of myself, but I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm not gonna say that stuff.
Okay.
I'm just gonna move on.
Okay, we'll move on. Okay.
I'm thinking about the draft right now.
That's what I want to segue into. Okay. So
there's some crazy talented athletes coming to the draft.
Okay, so here's the thing. I saw something last night because I was looking at the draft.
Oh,
all right?
gosh.
Because, well, like
This
I
is
said,
bad. This
at
is
halftime,
bad for us.
At halftime, I was looking at the draft, and
This
I
isn't
saw a wonderful article by Yahoo Sports, and it says, and I quote, if the 49ers will pick 25th if the Bears lose. If the Bears lose, the 49ers will pick 27th. I reread that article over and over and over again. I looked, no other article was out there that said where the stinking 49ers if the Bears won or lost. All I had to go by said 2 opposite things. And the title said the 49ers will pick either 26th or 27th. In the article, it says they're 25th or 27th if the Bears win. So it said 3 different things. So I don't know. I have to look now. Somebody will have something.
Yeah.
Let's start with the Eagles. What do the Eagles need to do to get back? Obviously, an OC.
Yeah.
The right guy.
But right now, I feel really good about where we're at because right now our 2 lead candidates are Mike
McDonald
and Brian Daboll, which I feel really good about Brian Daboll. So I actually think I would prefer Brian Daboll. Now, Mike McDonald would be really fun.
Mm-hmm.
He would be really fun.
Mm-hmm.
But the cool thing about Brian Daboll is he was the offensive coordinator for Jalen Hurts when he was in Alabama. So Jalen would be familiar with a lot of his stuff.
Might help calm some things down.
And he was actually the offensive coordinator in Kansas City when Nick Sirianni was like a quarterback or a wide receivers coach there.
Oh.
So there's a lot of history there. So I think it would work out really well.
Yeah.
But I think Mike McDonald would be a lot of fun. Or Mike
Okay.
McDaniels. Sorry, I
McDaniel,
keep on
yeah.
saying. Did I say McDonald?
Yeah.
And McDaniels.
I do too.
So I think that would be really fun. But those are our two leading candidates. And honestly, if we get either one of those two, I'd feel really good.
Okay.
So that's taken care of there.
Okay. What do you need in the draft? First round, what position?
Well, there's two cornerbacks coming out of Tennessee. Go Bulls.
Cornerback?
Cornerbacks.
Wow.
There's two cornerbacks coming out of Tennessee I really like. There's a tight end, Kenyon Sadiq.
I can see your water.
Yeah.
I need some help
You
here.
okay?
No, I'm not. I can make it.
There's a tight end coming out of Oregon.
It's like the 49ers yesterday. I'm choking here.
Tight end coming out of Oregon, which we don't like players out of Oregon, but he's a freak in nature. Kenyon Sadiq. So
A tight end?
yeah.
Do you guys run two tight ends?
No, because we don't have a second one.
Okay.
You know,
Wow.
it's really hard. They found out that actually it's really hard to run the ball when you only have one tight end that blocks.
I'll tell you what. You guys, I look at your roster,
Hmm.
and if you guys could put things together and scheme some things, your offensive line, you have a center. I would die for your center.
Yeah.
Do you think you have the best center in the league?
Cam?
Yeah.
He played bad last year, but I think in his peak, talent, like he played hurt all last year.
Yeah.
I think in his peak talent, he is the best center in the league. Yeah.
Okay. We have the worst.
Yeah.
Okay. So you have the right tackle, Hall of Famer. Okay.
First ballot.
Yes.
And he'll go down as the greatest right tackle of all time.
Okay. So your offensive line's
No
overall.
one will even question if he's the greatest right tackle of all time.
Okay. So, but your overall offensive line's good.
Yeah.
If you can get A.J. Brown mentally in the right place, he's a top wide receiver talent
Listen,
wise.
I thought he was going to be gone. But from what I'm hearing come out of camp,
Well, it might be different if you got it. His problem could have been nobody's listening to me.
mm-hmm.
The offensive coordinator sucks.
Did you see the end?
And that could
Did you-
be the thing.
Did you watch Hard Knocks at all?
No.
So Hard Knocks was the NFC East this year during the season.
Yeah.
So was the Eagles.
Yeah.
There was a little part at the very end of Hard Knocks where Nick Sirianni's sitting in a chair. They just did the last meeting, the final. Everyone walks out. We're done for the year. Come
Yeah.
back next year.
Yeah.
And Nick Sirianni's sitting in a chair by himself, and Jalen Hurts walks in there, and they're just looking at each other for a second. You just see two winners just looking at each other, and Jalen goes, "We'll be back," and Nick Sirianni goes, "I got no doubt." And it was a really cool moment, and I think as an Eagles fan, where we fear that like everything's going to hell in a handbasket,
Yeah. People can overreact quickly.
I feel like it was a good reminder that like you got two just guys who want to win
Yeah.
on that football team. We always talk about owner, general manager, coach, quarterback. You get those four things right, you're in a great place in life.
Yeah.
And we have all four of those.
Well, you've got the best GM.
Oh yeah.
You have a winning coach. You have a winning quarterback.
He's the winningest coach in the league right now.
Yeah. So you have so many things. You have, like I said, a good offensive line. Your receiving core and Goddard had like 12 touchdowns or more.
Yeah.
If you count playoffs.
But he's a free agent.
He's tough not to sign. If you
Yeah,
can
but I don't
sign
know
him.
that we will. The hard thing about Goddard is when he's healthy, he's a game changer.
But he's.
When he's not healthy, which is a lot, he's not played a full season, I don't think, in his
I'll
history.
tell you what. Tungus, you can have him for a first round pick. So,
Yeah.
Farrell. We've got Farrell. We got this tight end.
Yeah.
I got to tell you about him, man. He blocks.
You know what's crazy, though? Okay. Picture this.
Yeah.
Okay. The year that we went to the Super Bowl and lost to the Chiefs,
Yeah.
guess what our record was?
The year you lost the Chiefs, what was it? Like 11-5 or?
14 wins. In the
Was it?
in the regular season, yeah, 14
Oh,
wins.
wow. Okay. Okay.
The next year, everything blew up. What was our record?
What was it?
We lost the Buccaneers first round.
Oh.
It was
Oh,
11
that was when you were like 9-1 to start the season.
yeah, 11 wins.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Guess what our record
That
was?
was your bad year.
Guess what our record was when we won the Super Bowl last year?
What was it? Like 13,
14 wins.
14 wins?
Starting to get a pattern here.
Yeah.
You know how many wins we had this year?
Oh. What did you have?
11.
You did have 11.
So
Are you back to 14 again?
So next year,
14.
if this continues,
I'm going to tell you.
we could have 14,
I want to hear you.
and we'll go to another Super Bowl.
Okay, so I want to hear you say this, though, or comment on this. John Harbaugh going to the Giants.
Oh, it's fearful. Oh, I hate my life.
You now have a coach, a possible quarterback, your possible quarterback. Dart, we need to see more if he can stay out of the blue tent. That would help him.
Oh, no, I think Dart's the guy.
I like Dart.
I like Dart.
And then you have Neighbors. You have a true number one receiver.
The only problem about Dart
is he gets hurt all the time.
is I think hopefully John can coach it out of him. Because I think John actually coached out of Lamar a lot.
Yeah, because Lamar was a run first to keep him on the field. But if you have a coach, a young, cheap quarterback, you have a cheap running back that is a stud.
Yep.
And you have a cheap receiver that's a stud.
Yep.
And you already have strength at pass rush.
Yep.
That's a scary team.
Yep.
And they have a top pick. And then you have the Commanders. Who knows where Jaden Daniels will come back and be.
Yeah.
They're not a bad football team.
No, I mean, the problem with the Commanders, they got so many holes other than the quarterback.
You don't have to worry about Dallas advancing anywhere in the playoffs, but they're
Yeah,
always
I don't know
a
what they're
solid
going to
team.
do. I mean,
But like,
it's going to be Dak's year next year.
John, I think is going to turn.
He's scared.
I could easily see the Giants being the Patriots. I'm not saying they'll do as much as the Patriots, but having the biggest flip this next year.
Yeah.
We'll see, because they got good picks.
They're gonna have to. They're gonna have to get 14 wins to get the division. So.
Yes. So the 49ers.
Yeah.
I'm gonna tell you now about us. We need. I think we're only one edge rusher away defensively to be really good. Our cornerbacks are really good.
Yeah.
We'll get Fred Warner back, and our linebackers will be totally fine when we get those people, all them healthy. We did really well in the draft. We have two interior defensive players that played really well for us: Alfred Collins and C.J. West. We'll get Michael Williams back if we get Bosa back, and he can be what he can be. We're one edge rusher away. I would probably try to get a couple because, somebody's leg's going to fall off. And then our offensive line. Like, we have to draft 3 offensive linemen and a hope that something sticks because our center sucks. I'm sorry, Brendel. You're not that good. You know that. I'll tell you this. Of all the players that don't get hurt, Brendel, you're the one that doesn't get hurt. Okay, I'm not wishing hurt on you.
Yeah, but that's probably good because imagine when his backup's like if he
that drop wouldn't have been as bad. The drop off from Bosa to the next, I won't say their name. Okay, was a cliff. Okay, Brendel to Brendel Jr. not that far away.
Yeah.
But listen, I appreciate all you did, but you were a journeyman. You know that. You should have been like a long snapper. Okay? And so we need a center bad. We need a guard bad. And we need a tackle bad. Other than that, our offensive line's set.
Yeah.
So we need that. And then we need receivers. We're going to need 2 receivers. Our ace receiver just went into the game. And you know how many catches he had? 0.
Yeah.
He had 1 almost catch.
Okay, before we get going too far into this,
I don't want to talk about it anymore.
what do you want? What do you just say what you want?
Edge rusher first.
Okay. I think that's a bad idea, but okay.
I would take edge rusher first. Actually, I shouldn't say that. I would either go offensive line or edge rusher, whoever is best at that top spot.
That's what I would say.
That's what I would do.
Okay.
And the problem is we need kind of primo, and by the time it's our pick, we probably won't have primo.
Okay. Yeah, probably not.
And they're saying it might not happen. But there is a lot of mumbling out there that believe that the 49ers would have a chance to get a 2nd-round pick.
No, he's not staying, Randy. Randy, he's not staying.
What do you mean he's not staying?
Robert Sala's not
I'm
staying.
not talking about him.
Okay.
I'm talking about Mac Jones.
He's gone.
Mac Jones.
No one's giving you a 2nd-round pick for
There's
Mac
teams
Jones.
that are, because the quarterbacks aren't coming out this year.
No one's giving you a 2nd-round pick for Mac Jones.
Listen, if somebody could believe in the fool's gold,
They'll give you a 5th or a 6th.
then we wouldn't take it.
Yeah, you would.
No,
That's a
wouldn't.
great deal.
No, because we'll get a 3rd-round pick for when he leaves next year. So
No,
we'll keep
you
him.
won't. Why would
No,
you get a 3rd-round
it's a
pick for him? Leave?
You get a compensatory pick.
No, but you're not going to get a 3rd-round pick for him.
Guaranteed.
Compensatory pick.
Guaranteed.
Yeah, but a compensatory pick
will get signed.
comes from the contract size they signed.
I know, and he will sign for multiple years like Darnold.
Yeah, but he has to sign within it's a percentage.
I understand how it works. I understand. That's
you're not
why-
going to get a 3rd for him.
I'm telling
He's
you right
not
now.
going to sign a contract for that much money.
Guarantee you we
You're
will.
fool's gold.
Remember
I'm moving
this-
on. Okay, the
remember
CFP
this.
championship
Yes,
game
we will get a third.
tomorrow.
Yeah.
Miami versus Indiana. Who do you have?
Indiana.
I got Miami.
Do you really?
Go Canes.
Mendoza.
He's not that good.
Oh, he's legit. He's legit.
He's like what you would want
listen-
in a quarterback,
Oh man,
but he's not the fun
they
part.
absolutely obliterated the Ducks.
Oh my gosh.
They absolutely
Yeah,
obliterated
but the Ducks
them.
weren't good.
Oh,
The
they
Ducks
were-
almost lost to James
The
Madison.
problem with
not
it-
really almost.
No,
but,
they destroyed James
but
Madison.
listen,
they were hurt.
Yeah,
though.
but
the Ducks were hurt. The Ducks were
it was
hurt.
51-24 against James Madison.
Yeah, that's not a close.
It
game.
should be 51-0.
Well,
It's James Madison.
not everybody loses 40-something to 6.
Okay, I'm taking Miami.
You're taking Miami.
Yeah,
Or is that? How much do you think the Michael Irvin factor has helped Miami?
a lot.
Yeah.
That guy is definitely doing drugs right now.
Yeah, I think he is. He does not. He looks like he's higher than he should be.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, he is. He is an
Yeah.
interesting dude. That
Go
guy.
Canes.
That guy. Go Canes. Go.
Go
Yeah.
Canes.
Cocaine. Cane.
Go
whatever it is. Go
Cane in the
Cane.
Canes.
Yeah, that leave out the co. Okay. All right. So, anything else you want to?
That's all I got. I don't want to talk about basketball
So-
right now.
so you got
I'll talk
Mi-
about basketball next month.
You got Miami.
I got Miami. It's
I.
tomorrow, by the way.
Oh my gosh. Hey, how many days? I just want to know how many days did it take you to get over the Eagles' loss?
Probably about 5 to 7.
5 to 7. Yeah.
Yeah, business days.
Yeah. I don't I don't drink,
Yeah,
but I was interested in meeting Jack last night.
yeah.